Well, where do I start? Do I start the one where my ex is dating the Megan? Was it the Megan Stallion? What's her name?
Meg the Stallion.
Meg the Stallion. Meg. Megan. I'm just gonna call her Megan.
Who's
Megan?
Who is Mag?
I don't know.
Like, you cannot even act well. If you want to pretend that you don't know somebody, can you put some... Just try to do the acting better, because what was that? Not even convincing. I'm not convinced.
Down, ass up, touch your star. Be the shit, girl. Don't call me sis, cause I'm not your sister.
Girl.
Imagine being so salty that a black man's other type is black women. So you guys definitely heard about those nameless OnlyFans stars, the blonde ones that are generic as hell, acting like they don't know who Meg the Stallion is. It could be for some clicks, some views. It could be for some little cash because their little OnlyFans isn't doing it for them.
You know what I think is crazy? But just to preface this, I want to say, your body, your choice. I don't have an issue with anyone who wants to do SCX work, right? I'm very cool like that. I don't have time. I think I've tried to make it very clear on this platform that I'm not a judgy person. But just to be very clear, I'm very liberal for people who are wondering. Not conservative at all. And I've always been this person from a very young age, and it was difficult. My English is never working today. It was difficult for me growing up in Nigeria, because Nigeria is a very conservative country, very religious country. And I had a lot of times that I struggled because I don't think like how I'm supposed to think according to society. So I just want to make it clear that this is not coming from a place of, oh, I think I'm better because I'm not in the industry, I'm looking down. No, I'm not that person. But the point I was trying to make earlier is to say that I just feel like it's crazy. I can't understand it sometimes, how, you know, people, sometimes some people, women, decide to go down that route, you know, do all of the things, but nobody's interested. I'm like, how does that even work? I mean, I get it, the industry is saturated, right? But the thought process here, which is basically, imagine taking off your clothes, but nobody's interested to look at it. Like, that's crazy. Because I thought, I used to think that once you do that, everybody will be like, oh my, you understand, but when you do it, nobody is interested. I'm like, that is insane. That's got to hurt. I mean, there's like rejection, but I feel like that's a different kind of rejection that... Well, enough of me just rambling. Let's get back to the video. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I was able to like make any sense. Well, yeah, let's get back to the video.
But I think one of them dated this Tory Craig dude that was alleged to be with Miss Megan Thee Stallion at some point in time. And they are showing that deep down inside, they are angry that black men can pick black women. Because there's no way we have this nameless person. I literally still don't even know this girl's name, or whether the three of them are triplets or whatever.
And she said generic earlier. Was that the word she used?
Those nameless OnlyFans stars, the blonde ones that are generic as hell.
It's like copy and paste. Can't even tell them apart.
But I do know that if you're pretending not to know who Megan Thee Stallion is while being somewhat a nameless OnlyFans star, then that is some petty shit. Don't even remind me of the other girl who I actually don't know her name. This light-skinned girl who was busy exposing the fact that Tory Craig was attracted to her. Like, congratulations. No matter what any of these girls do, we will always be on Megan's side. Not just for being on her side, but for the sheer fact that all of you are desperate as hell, mad as hell, and to complete it, weird as hell. What was that line from Hiss that Megan Thee Stallion said? That bitch in the walls ain't bending. Post photo names start trending. Why anytime one of y'all Z-list hosts do an interview, I get mentioned? You're fighting the wrong battles.
So I was on my way back home this evening. Yeah, it's like past 8 right now. But on my way back home, like, you know, past 6-ish, thereabout, I was scrolling on TikTok and I came by this situation. I'm like, wow, maybe I should look into this. So we're basically finding out about this story at the same time. So let's see what we can find. Anyway, so apparently this gist has been going on for a while now. I want to know more about this gist. Let's try and get ourselves abreast. That's the word, right? By the way, I'm using that word for the first time in my life. Never used that word before, but I was able to find a clip that got reposted from their podcast. So let's hear from the horse's mouth.
3 Girls, 1 Kitchen with your hosts, Lana,
Olivia.
Alexa. You want to go first?
Yeah. Well, where do I start? Do I start the one where my ex is dating the Megan? Was it the Megan Stallion? What's her name?
Meg the Stallion.
Mag the Stallion.
Like, you cannot even act well. If you want to pretend that you don't know somebody, can you put some... Just try to do the acting better, because what was that? Not even convincing. I'm not convinced. Did she say what was the name?
Was it the Megan Stallion? What's her name?
Girl. I mean, come on. We're talking about Meg the Stallion. This is a woman who... What's his name? Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, right? That's a Johnson. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, right? Said in an interview that he would want to be her pet.
What celebrity would you want to be a pet to?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm not saying that because Dwayne Johnson knows who she is and everybody in the world would or should know who she is, but I think that speaks to how popular she is. So for them to be, I'm like, that's just childish. Hi, this is Ivie from editing, and guess what? TikTok FBI agents have done it again. They were able to find videos of this girl dancing and vibing to Meg Thee Stallion songs.
Ain't nothing to buy shit. Sorry, hoes hate me cause I'm the it girl. I ain't never asked to be the shit girl. Don't call me sis cause I'm not your sister.
Side eye. Sad eye. Oh my goodness. These you moments, I love them. I live for these yous on TikTok. Anyway, so that's it. See how she was singing. She knows the lyrics. But yeah, she don't know who Meg Thee Stallion is, right? Well, I personally did not need this evidence to know that this girl definitely knows who Meg Thee Stallion is, but it's nice to have it regardless.
Megan. I'm just gonna call her Megan.
Who's
Megan?
Who is Mag?
I don't know. I just get my vowels like always mixed up.
Okay,
so
she's from Russia.
Yeah.
She's a foreigner.
I don't know, people who do this, I think they're pathetic. And just to again be clear, I'm not saying this because of the work that they do, because like I said, I try to make it very clear, I really don't care. Coming out to pretend like you don't know who a celebrity is, especially one like Meg Thee Stallion, I don't know why people do this genuinely. The people who do, like in their heads, how does it play out? Like when you pretend you don't know somebody, do you think that automatically makes you cooler? Do you think that automatically elevates you in some way? Because it really doesn't.
The Stallion. See, I don't even know how to say her name. Isn't your middle name Megan? Yeah, weren't you named after your mom? I've never heard of her.
She's obviously salty.
Getting on a podcast and acting like you don't know who Megan Thee Stallion is because she's dating your ex is embarrassing. Because you don't know who 3-time Grammy-winning Megan Thee Stallion is? 2-time Billboard Music Award winner Megan Thee Stallion? 6-time BET Award winner. 5-time BET Hip Hop Award winner. 4-time MTV Music Award winner Megan Thee Stallion. You don't know who that is. And then y'all took it a step further and acted like y'all didn't know how to pronounce the name Megan. Is it Megan? 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 Is it Megan? How else do you say Megan? But when it got real weird was when they started talking about how she's not like all the normal exes that he's dated in the past. First of all, why do y'all think people want to date people that are like their exes? I want you to think about that. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to really use your critical thinking skills. And then they looked at her and said, all of his exes look just like you. White, we get it. They're white.
You know what the situation reminds me of? That time when John Boyega, when was it, 2 years ago, when he came out and said he preferred black women. I actually made a video on this back then when it happened, which, you know, if you're just hearing about it for the first time, I'm going to link it down below in the description. But yeah, this video. man came out, a black man, right? John Boyega came out. He's a British actor, right? Yeah. And then there were white women that were up in arms. And they were like, why?
So I saw this.
Yes.
Me and Eva, we were sitting in bed scrolling on TikTok, and we're scrolling. Meg Thee Stallion pops up with some guy, and Eva's like, "Isn't that Olivia's ex?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, his name's Torrey, right?
Yep.
Not Tory Lanez, a different Tory."
Yeah, not that one.
Just imagine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can't even get mad though, because it's like, damn, like that's kind of a flex, you know? Like
Yeah.
I can't even be mad at that at all because like
Welcome back. I just wonder what his type is.
What his type is, like women. Human beings.
Because you guys dated, then he was talking to other girls when he was talking to you, and like they all look
very
like
similar. Like
you
we all looked,
guys.
yeah.
So I'm just curious what his type is.
What I've learned in my 29 years, men don't have a type. They like whatever they like. It could be a wide range. Like, I truthfully don't know a man that is specifically like on point with one exact type, to be fair.
Honestly, anything goes for some.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have an exact type, you know?
Mine's definitely not physical. It's a mental type.
Yeah, it's like your aura kind of vibe.
I feel like the last few guys that I've like gone on dates with have definitely like when they ask me like what is my type and then I ask them, they always say, oh, just pretty girls. Like I just like pretty girls.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I've literally gone on 3 dates and all 3 of those men all said the same thing. They said, I just like a pretty girl.
I mean, at least they're being honest.
Yeah, shallow but honest.
I mean, yeah, those guys are shallow for saying all they are looking out for in a woman or expect from a woman is for her to just have a pretty face or maybe a banging body. I don't know. They didn't say anything about body, but I'm thinking they just don't mean face, right? So, you know, it has to. Yeah. So that's shallow for that to be all that you are looking for. But this conversation is shallow. Very shallow. Because what are they talking about? Introspection. The fact that they can see the shallowness in other people, but somehow can see the shallowness in themselves. You pretending to not know someone that you definitely know is shallow and childish. Hello? Hello? So I don't know, what are we doing?
If those 3 mayonnaise Americans did not know who Meg Thee Stallion was then, they damn sure know now, because they are fighting for their lives on their page. And trust and believe, you're about to see those apology videos drop like mixtapes. And I'm sure from some direction, you're going to see the white woman tears come out of nowhere. And I think white women really need to start to look at themselves and understand this. If one moment of you not feeling like you're on top makes you feel like you need to be anti-black, you're a racist. You're a bigot. And while she's sitting there trying to say, well, you know, we're not racist. You know what? It's funny that you guys, for one moment, feeling like second class to somebody, made y'all all of a sudden want to have anti-black behavior. And I'm sure men have been lying to you your whole life, telling you that you're something special, but understand, you are now realizing you're just an unseasoned, basic-ass white woman. They are just not realizing they are 3 basic-ass white women. And Meg Thee Stallion's fan base goes hard, and they don't have to do much to turn you every which way but loose. So have fun with that.
I think this also speaks to how some white women are jealous of black women. They see themselves up there, and in their head, they think that they are, you know, so up there, they are the ultimate, right? They are so up there, nobody is above them. So they cannot imagine that after someone, a black man especially, has been with them, right? This same black man will want to be with a black woman, because in their head they're like, wait, so what do you mean? You also like that? I'm the ultimate. Those women are like, we know the insane social hierarchy we have when it comes to race and, you know, all of these insanities, right? So because these women bought into it, in their heads they cannot believe that the same person who was once with them would want to be with a black woman, because they're like, wait, so he doesn't think I'm like the ultimate. For this man to go after being with me to now go be with a black woman, he doesn't think I'm the ultimate. What does it say about where I think I am positioned, or where I think I am on the hierarchy of race or attractiveness or beautiful or whatever? So when that happens, like we are seeing now, when a man who was once with them decide to go be with a black woman, and sometimes from some other stories I've come by on TikTok covering this particular dynamic, it might not even be a black woman, it might just be a woman from another race, a woman of color, right? They take it very personally, in a very negative manner. They internalize it. They just cannot believe that someone will want to be with a woman who isn't white like them, right? So they start feeling less than because of this, and because they are battling with this internal thing that they brought upon themselves, in my humble opinion, is so unnecessary, because this person went to be with another woman. I don't get what the fuss is all about. But because these people have, bought so deeply into this ideology of they are the standard, they start feeling a certain kind of way when a man goes to be with someone else who don't look like them, who they don't think is the standard. And they internalize this so much to the point where they start feeling less about themselves. So what they do in this moment, which is so unnecessary, like I said earlier, because they're feeling this way about themselves, they try to now make the other person feel like shit, right? Bring the other person down to make themselves feel better. It's like some kind of bullying strategy, or a bullist. Is there a word like bullist? Anyways, it's a word now, right? They now start downing the person to make themselves feel elevated. It's a very sick, twisted, approach. And for people who act this way, I don't know why they do. And that's what this lady was doing, trying to pretend not to know who Meg Thee Stallion is. She was trying to bring her down so she can be elevated, right? So she can feel better about herself. Trying to say, oh, I don't know who that lady is, to undermine who she is, her accomplishments, and all of that good stuff, right? So she can, in the moment, feel better about herself. It's like some kind of sick, twisted self-defense mechanism, and she's doing this for her own ego, to protect the ideologies of where she believes she is in society and should be in society, which is above a black woman, or people of color in general. And this is why when it comes to things like girl codes, or movements for women, I don't think we can really do it with white women. I know that there are exceptions, yes, but when it comes to the collective of them, they really be ruling funny, because time and time over, they have shown us that they would always pick their whiteness first before any movements and any person.
I don't even think Megan Thee Stallion cares, to be honest. She looks very happy in that picture with that young man. Just don't understand the hate. I don't. And why even bring it up in the first place? Then I have to look up who Lana Rhoades is, because I have no idea. And yeah, her opinion don't matter to me. Whatever she gotta say, I'm good. In conclusion, my shirt is very wrinkly. I think she just wanted attention to her podcast. I'm gonna be honest with you, because why else would you do that? Why else would you do that?
But what are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be catching you in the next one. Do have a very lovely day. Bye.
What's her name?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion. Megan. I'm just gonna call her Megan.
Face down, ass up, touch your star. Be the shit, girl. Don't call me sis, cause I'm not your sister.
This person said she's Megan #1 fan. Yeah, like for real, but let her keep clowning away though.